Hey folks, in this video I want to give you a review of a strength training product that I've been using for a while, the Brute Belt. First off, I want to let you know that I paid for this Brute Belt. I bought it to replace a homemade belt that I was using for chins and dips from Amazon. I was not gifted it by the company. I have no connection with the company at all. If you do decide to purchase this belt using the link I'll provide below, I will earn a little commission and it'll help me keep this channel going. It'll give me a little bit of income to make this a more sustainable project for me. Now, as I said, before I purchased the Brute Belt, I was using this homemade chin and dip belt. It was inexpensive for me to make, just needed a couple of carabiners, length of chain, it was like 60 cents a foot for the chain, some pipe insulation, and some duct tape. And it worked fine for doing chins and dips. Wasn't the most comfortable around the waist. As the weight got heavier, it kind of cut into the flesh a little bit. I upgraded it by putting in two layers of the pipe insulation. But my main reason for buying a new belt was that I wanted to do belt squats. I wanted to find a way to do belt squats because I didn't want to do squats with bar on my back because of previous back injuries. This old belt wasn't very good for belt squats. There's no way to do belt squats with it really on the floor. So I decided to shop for a new belt, and I looked at a lot of different belts on Amazon, and I decided to purchase this Brute Belt. Now the Brute Belt has padding on the inside. It's made of really strong nylon, and the thing that convinced me to try it was that it had all of these attachments for carabiners all around the belt. So every, looks like about 5 or 6 inches around the belt, you have a nylon hook for your carabiners. So that appealed to me because I was trying to develop a way to do belt squats, and I was thinking I might want to attach the resistance to the back. I was thinking about using bands to load my belt squats with, and through experimentation with the bands, I thought it might be better to attach the bands to the front and the back of the belt. The Brute Belt comes with a really heavy duty buckle here with some very strong nylon strap for the belt, and it tightens up very tight, and yet because of the padding it's very comfortable. And I've been using this for doing calf raises. That's where I'm using the most resistance right now, and I've had so far up to 70 pounds hanging from these carabiners and doing calf raises, and it feels very comfortable around the waist. There's no pinching or anything like that. Now, the original equipment with the Brute Belt for hanging weights is this band. This is the one part of the belt that I don't like, because I use standard plates, and the buckles on this strap are too large to fit through a 1-inch standard plate. So this strap is only good if you're using Olympic plates as your resistance. So for me, at this point in time, this strap is useless. Since the strap is useless to me when using the 1-inch plates, I just went to Lowe's and I got a 4-foot length of chain rated for, I think, 255 pounds, and I used the standard equipment carabiners and attached the chain here, and this chain fits through the 1-inch diameter plates, and then I hang it from the carabiners like this. As I mentioned, one of the things I wanted to do with this brute belt was to develop a way to use bands to load squats. So here you see my setup. At the front end of my squat rack and the bottom, I have holes where I could put in these eye bolts, and then I put a carabiner in there and then thread the Bodylastics bands through there, and then attach the Bodylastics bands to the brute belt carabiners. And then I stand in the cage and lean back using the dip bars or a barbell to hang on to, so that I can lean backwards, which increases the tension on the quadriceps, and then just squat away. This setup works pretty well. My only complaint about it is that the resistance falls off dramatically at the bottom. Might be just a matter of using additional bands. Another thing that would improve it would be putting a platform under my feet to increase the tension on the bands. Using the bands with the belt also works very well for loading calf raises or rise on toes. I stand on a calf block that's 4 inches off the ground, and I use the same setup for attaching the bands as I showed earlier for the squats. I've come up with another way to load this brute belt. So I have a 1-inch diameter, 3-foot long hardwood dowel. This dowel fits inside the standard equipment carabiners, like so. You could use a 1-inch pipe or steel bar as well, but for what I'm loading, this is plenty. And as I'll show you in a bit, I've loaded this up to 140 pounds, this dowel, just to test it. So once you have it loaded here, have the bar in the carabiners, then you can load plates on here from both sides and put spring clips on the sides. And the standard equipment carabiners work pretty well for that. It is a little bit sticky, so after about a week of using it like this, it gets a little bit cumbersome to take the dowel out during training when I'm trying to hustle to keep my heart rate up. So I decided to go to the hardware store and get a couple larger diameter carabiners. So I got two of these heavy duty carabiners, and these are a diameter that readily accepts this bar. I put the carabiners, in this case with these larger carabiners, I put them on in through the loops that are on the sides of the waist. Same thing, you can load plates on each side and put a spring clip on to secure them. And you can also load this, use this same setup put the carabiners in the next pair of loops in the back, and load the bar on the back. Once you have the bar loaded, you can use this for push-ups. I use them for fulcrum push-ups. And for decline push-ups. And you can also use it for the fulcrum sternum pull-up. And I use it for Sisyphus squats. And Swiss ball leg curls. And I also have used it for loading plates to do foam roller wall hack squats. But I prefer the elastic band loading for the squats. It's just a little bit more comfortable and easier to load and unload. All in all, the Brute Belt's a very, very good deal. I highly recommend it. If you like to support this channel, you can order it from Amazon using the link down below in the description box. I'd appreciate that. I hope you all have some good hard training and great gains. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.